accidentally pulled the network cable. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't great. Oh, should be back and running though. Should be good and running. So okay, let's think this through. We have a bunch of structures in an order. So I now want to have like a variable that's called argument type I factory. It starts with factory, which is the one up here. And now we want to check that basically fake. Actually, I don't even need to call history. I can just do it with the regular way, in the regular way, because I don't care for the order. I can just do, yeah, I can just do this now. Call to structure, oops, structure, activate, argument. Oh, I need the return value though. Can I get that somehow with this syntax? We will see. Must have happened once exactly. Ooh, why is this succeeding? This shouldn't succeed. Oh no, actually it succeeds. Why? Because yeah, no. It's still, the test is still broken, and I think the trivial implementation of factory is actually providing that, because it's always, yeah, it's always passing factory. I have now to change the argument in between the assertions though. So I somehow have to get the return value of that call. Return. I probably can just check it though and cannot actually get it. I think so. So I probably need the call history anyway. Because I can't actually get the return value. I can just assert that it was a given value. So yeah, we're gonna just do fake. Oh, unit testing died. Didn't I? Wait, I implemented a hotkey for it. Which one was it? Are you? No. I don't know. Control L, Control S. Okay. No, Control Shift S. Did I give up on it? I might have given up on it. Yeah, I didn't. Because I had issues. I should probably delete that hotkey. It died again. Great. Fucking hell. Somewhat died. Not completely, apparently. Get calls to structure. What's going on? There we go. Okay, it's back. It's back. Back. So, and now we can probably do single. We can, oh, it's not just a single. Okay, why is this being called multiple times? I mean, there's probably something called on it. I should probably make this more specific. So, where call call dot method. It doesn't broke again. Fucking hell. Is I need the method info of activate. Well, actually, don't have to do it where I can do it. Blech. I can do single. Method info. How do you do that again? Type of iStructure. What are structures here? iStructure? No, it's actually iTestStructure. That shouldn't matter though. Hopefully. Get method by name. I guess by name, yeah. Name of iStructure activate. Too many brackets. Call return value. It's probably object right now to cast it. Maybe null here. Convert to null literal or possible null by to non-nullable because I said this should not be null. Argument may be null here. What? Why? What? Oh, there we go. Oh, maybe that's the same thing that confused in other situations. Like it's making some weird assertions. I don't know. Okay, so I have to rewrite this, but let's see if the test fails. Yeah, it does. Okay, this is hard to read though. To make it easier, this is super lengthy. It's still hard to read. Probably have to extract this in the method or something. So basically I want a single call that is on the method activate, and then I want to take the return value of that and put that as the argument for the next call. And then I don't need this stuff down here anymore. So if I now go to the factory and no, that was the wrong. Okay, there we go. And did this. Ba-ba! It worked. Cool. Okay, now I just have to make it readable because this is a mess. I can just like make a helper method for it, basically. Private bool is call on activate, or well, yeah. And I get it. What is this here? Completed fake object call. Should have probably used like extract as to method, to be honest, but hey Punky, welcome to the stream. He says this looks intense. I mean, yeah, live unit testing is always very intense. Making all those red crosses into green check marks, super intense. Yeah, that's cool. I think that works. I think that's fine. I think we're good. Is that everything I want from this method? I think that's, for now, everything I want for this method. And for the moment, we're done with generate next step, I think. Did this, we did this, did this. So, which means we actually did this. Which probably means we're done here. Woo! Check marks. So we're actually getting to do some interesting stuff soonish. Well, that was more progress than I was prepared for today. Holy shit! It's nice when it all comes together, right? Those are those great moments. Let's commit this really quick. Changed generate next step to pass the next instance of each, or pass the changing instance of my factory to structures. By the way, maybe some of you remember from last week. Let me push this really quick. So maybe some of you may remember from last week. I was considering if there could be any like performance issues with, because like here's the thing, factory has it has a immutable, like the factory class has a tile collection, which is immutable dictionary. So and what I do is, like in the generate next step method, is I'm passing the factory to the first structure here, and then take the return value of that thing and pass it to the next structure, and do that for all the structures. And since the factory is basically immutable, it means that the activate method has to create a new factory, so it has to copy the old one. And ooh, I just realized this might be, no, it's fine, probably. Is it? It's probably fine. I don't know. So and I was thinking about if this can get some performance issue or something, but I think it's gonna be fine, because what it's probably gonna do for the most part is it's gonna create a new tile collection. So it has to copy the tile collection, which sounds like a lot, but then again, the tile collection is a dictionary, yeah, but it's a dictionary of references. So all that is in it, like it's a dictionary of coordinates, which is a struct, but it's a very small struct. It only has 2 ints, basically. And an itile, which is a reference. So it shouldn't actually blow up that much. Like, even if this thing is like, I don't know, let's say we have a big factory of, what would be big? I mean, I guess there could be some performance issues later on. I'm just thinking, like, maybe we have like a 100 times 100 tile factory. Actually, I would imagine it would be possible to, like, there could be situations where it could get bigger than that, depending on how I want the game to be later on. I mean, 100 times 100 would be 10,000. So that would be 10,000 references plus 2 ints. So that's actually not that small, I think. I don't know. I mean, how big is a reference? And how big is an int? Int is 64 bit, right? I think. C# reference size, memory size. Do we get in any reasonable, like any significant memory ranges here? The reference itself is basically point at 32 bits, 64 bits on a 64 AOS. Okay, so 64 bits, and I think that's the size of an int as well, right? C# int memory size. That should be 64. It's 4 bytes, so it's actually 32. Never mind. So 32. So basically the coordinates is 2 ints. So that's 64 plus the reference is another 64, so 128 bits. So let's jump out the calculator really quick. That's not gonna show up now. I gonna edit so you can see it. Window capture somewhere there. Look calculator. Doesn't work. It doesn't work. God damn it. Never mind. Doesn't work. Okay. You just have to follow me on this. Wait, we can do it. Ah, I know. We can just use Google. So, 64. No, we got 128 bits times, let's say, 10,000. So, can you actually do the conversion as well? That's 160 kilobytes. That's fucking nothing. I mean, if the factory gets really, really big, maybe. But this is nothing. 160 kilobytes? I mean, I don't know. Like, how, like, it's not gonna be super small, so it cannot, but it's probably gonna have to, I don't know. I don't want to talk out of my ass, but they're different, like, different, what's the word? Like, different planes or different parts of the memory. Like, basically, there's the memory, then like, there's a hard disk and the hard drive or the SSD, I guess. Then there's the memory, the RAM. What is this music, by the way? Holy shit. No, it's not much better. Sure. And then there's cache, and then there's multiple levels of cache, basically. And I assume that 160 kilobytes is not going to go on the smallest one of those. That's probably going to have to, it's going to have some impact, but yeah, I'm just going to assume it's going to be fine. And if I at some point figure out or find out it's not fine, then, well, I know where to look. So if I run in performance issues at some point, I'm just going to do I'm gonna try to figure out what's the word? God damn it, I'm tired. Sorry, I can't speak anymore. So what I wanted to figure out here with this quick calculation is is it obviously gonna be an performance issue at some point? And I think the answer to that is no. So it's still possible that it's gonna be a performance issue later on, but there will be many other possible sources for performance issues. So there's no point in doing some premature optimization and tackling that issue right now. So instead, what you're gonna do is you're gonna wait for the performance issue to occur, and when it is there, you analyze it. And what's the actual word I'm looking for? What do you do with performance issues? Fucking hell, you don't analyze them. What's the word? What's the like the tools for it? What are the tools called that are doing this? I don't know, whatever. So basically you analyze the performance issue and try to figure out what the source is. And if it then turns out that these thingies being immutable is an issue, then I can think of a workaround or a solution to that. But as long as I'm not certain it's gonna be an issue, and after that calculation I'm not certain that it's gonna be an issue, I'm just gonna ignore it for the moment. I mean, optimize them would be, it's not cool. That's the step afterwards. Yeah, but Podponky found the word I was looking for. Profile them. Yeah, profiling them. $99.99. I'm okay. I'm not quite sure what Podponky means with what he writes. 99,999 by 1 Memory won't be the bottleneck. Okay. I'm not quite sure what you mean, but you're more experienced with this kind of stuff than I am. So I'm just gonna trust you on that. But yeah, so like a factory of 100 tiles each is gonna cause a duplication of 160 kilobytes per structure being activated. And there will be multiple structures, so that's gonna happen a lot. So it could add up, but they don't have to be all in memory, I think. They probably can be released. So it's probably gonna be fine. Okay, Poponki doesn't know what his comments were referring to anymore, but he's sure his comments were very clever and witty at the context of the time, in the context at that time of writing them. So yeah, probably. So it might add up, but we're gonna see. I'm just gonna, for now, assume that they're not, and if they ever end up being an issue, we can tackle them then. Because yeah, don't do premature optimization. Do some sanity checks. Don't write code that is 100% gonna give you bottlenecks or causing issues. Like yeah, and don't do conceptual bottlenecks either, or conceptual performance hogs either. But if you're writing code and you're not certain if it's gonna cause an issue, just keep it that way and check that later. There's no reason in putting a lot of effort into optimizing your code if in a situation, or in like usually, like, the thing is, the human mind is usually not great. Like, if you, I guess there's some people who have a lot of experience and probably can do that, but most people can't judge that properly. So they see a line of code and say, oh, this could be optimized, but they can't really put it in context. Like, is this line actually, is this optimization I have in mind, is that going to be significant? Or is it just like, it doesn't matter because there's so much other code that that's way more, that's going to take way more CPU time or way more memory anyway. And so my little optimization here doesn't actually make a difference at all. And since most people can't judge that, the general advice is to just don't judge it and just assume it's not going to be an issue until you find out it is one. That's basically what this is coming from. But yeah, so we got a lot of check marks for today, so that's good. And I'm gonna go to bed now. So yeah, next time I'm actually gonna, it's like, this is probably gonna be fairly quick. I would say that now. I said that to about other things as well, I know, but this is probably gonna be fairly quick. I'm just gonna do a simple resource, which is not gonna do anything actually. So this is gonna be very trivial. And then a simple structure, which is gonna be a conveyor, which will try to move resources on top of it. Well, I mean, this could take some time to write tests for it and whatnot. So this might take some time, but it's not going to be super complex. And then it's going to get dirty because I have no experience with .NET Blazor whatsoever so far, or basically no idea. So I'm going to have to learn that on the fly. And yeah, so it's going to be a little bit messy. But I'm looking forward to it because .NET Blazor seems to be an amazing technology. So I'm really looking forward to that. And on top of that, I don't have much experience with HTML and CSS either. So this is not their optimal choice. I mean, the easiest for me would just be do this in WPF because I actually know how WPF works. But that would be lame. I don't want to do something lame because, as I have said before, it's important for me to have fun doing this project, and learning .NET Blazor is just certainly one of the things I'm looking forward to. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think it's gonna be interesting to look into a brand new technology and try it out for the first time. And yeah, but it's gonna be messy. Like, I'm probably gonna write horrible code because I don't know it better, and have to look up a lot of documentation. But yeah, it's gonna be fun, and then we can actually play the game. Well, in a very simplistic manner, but we're gonna have resources going over conveyors on the screen, and there's something visible. So that's gonna be an amazing step, and then we can add a bunch of cool stuff to it and play around with it and see what is fun. Because fail fast. Always like try to figure out, is your game actually good, or what direction do I have to go? That is actually fun. And then we'll see. The bright future arises at some point, maybe. So Adam asks why I'm not gonna use Unity, Godot, or something. Basically, I have to learn those as well. I have very, very minimal experience with Unity, no experience with Godot whatsoever, and I would have to learn them as well. And I want to learn .NET Blazor, and I have a feeling that that might actually be I don't know, it might be a terrible choice, but it might be, like, I want to figure out if it is a terrible choice, because if it is not, it would be pretty cool, because using, like, basing your UI on web technology makes a lot of things easier. Like, I can, if this is actually going to run on .NET Blazor at some point, I can just throw it everywhere. Like, I can throw it in a browser, like on a website, I can throw it very easily on a mobile device, or just on a desktop. Like, it's really easy, because yeah, you can, well, web views are everywhere, basically. So I can use, like, obviously, like, using an actual web view for mobile might not be great performance-wise. We will see about that. I don't know. Or yeah, the .NET Blazor team is working on those things actually. So they're that's the divisions they have in mind, like being able to use Blazor in a good way on mobile and as a standalone app and in web. Like, it's supposed to be portable and be usable everywhere. So that's one of the big advantages to it. So I know Unity can do, like, multi-platform as well, but I don't know how well that works. I have no idea if Godot supports that kind of stuff. I guess you could do it with Unity, but Unity is a mess. Like, the thing is, here's the thing. The main reason, or one of the other main reasons I want to do it with Blazor is that, at least for Unity, I know for a fact that if I say I'm doing this with Unity, then I have to obey to Unity. Like, Unity is very much a framework, or not is okay. So if you have to, do you know the difference between a library and a framework? So your program uses the library, so you use it as you see fit. But a framework that dictates to you how you write your program. And Unity is not even a framework; it's an engine, which is one step worse than that. So I would have to. Yeah, I have to obey to how Unity works and have to write my code in a Unity way, basically. And I'm not sure I want that. And I think with .NET Blazor, I'm gonna be way more flexible about that. From what I've seen so far, because I can just write, like, yeah, whatever, and then bind it to a Blazor view. So I think that's gonna be more flexible, and therefore less annoying for me, because I'm pretty sure if I'm gonna try Unity, it's a great engine, don't get me wrong. It's getting used a lot for good reasons, but I think that I would have a lot of, if I would actually start working with it, I would have a lot of crutches with it. There would be a lot of pain points using it for me, and that would probably frustrate me fairly quickly. And I'm not sure if Unity might just, that's probably not a good reason. I was saying about that Unity might be too much for this game, but probably not. Unity is fine for 2D games. So yeah, I don't know. So those are my reasons, and those reasons might turn out to be the wrong reasons or whatever. But yeah, I want to learn it because I'm looking forward to that technology, and I feel it gives me more freedom. And yeah, I also probably gonna regret that decision because it's very, very young, and therefore there will be issues. But So Adam says about Unity, it does a lot of things so you don't have to. I mean, a lot of time saved, I think. Maybe, but you have to learn to use it first. And I don't know. When I used it a few years ago for a little, like I played around with it. I didn't really use it. It felt like you have to unlearn a lot of things to use it properly, and then it restricts you very much. And yeah, it does some good UI things, but I don't know. I mean, there are good UI libraries for the web, so I can just use those if I'm going the Blazor route. I'm wondering if my mic is actually too close to my mouth now because of the boom arm. I should probably push it a little back so I'm not oversteering. Like, yeah, not oversteering. What's the word? Whatever. Not too close, not too loud. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna use .NET Blazor, basically because I want to. It might be a mistake, but yeah. But we're gonna, for the prototype, I definitely want to do it because I want to learn it, and then later on, we're gonna decide. Like, I'm gonna reevaluate. Do I want to stick with Blazor or do I actually use Godot or Unity or something else? But I first need to know what I actually need. Like, what are my requirements? What kind of game am I actually doing? And then I have to do some research. What are those engines providing me that actually is valuable for me? And then, yeah. Oh, yeah. But that's still a long road till then, so just gonna start with the ugly Blazor prototype and see where it goes. Okay, cool. So that's actually done. So while I was while it took me a while, like at the beginning, I had the feeling I'm progressing very slowly. But if I now look at it, like, as I said, it felt like I'm progressing slowly. But if I now like take my expectations on how long all those steps together would take was actually longer than what I have now. So I was faster than I expected. But that only turned out true today. So I wouldn't have said that any day before today. So that's interesting. It just all came together in the end. It wasn't as, like, since I think because I had the setup properly, like the implementing of the step was fairly straightforward in the end. And therefore it wasn't that much effort anymore. So that's why I was overestimating it, I guess. Adam writes, I checked Blazor and it looks very nice, so I will gladly watch you learn it. Cool. Yeah, yeah, we will see how that goes. Maybe I'm gonna watch some tutorials or whatever off stream. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I'm just gonna start playing around with it and we'll see how that goes. So anyway, I wanted to go to bed, so let's actually do that now. So yeah, need to sleep. So this actually helped me relax. That's why I continue doing so well. If you weren't around at the start of the stream, I was like a little stressed out, and at the beginning I had a hard time getting into it, but I stick to it for a few minutes and then it got better, and now I'm happy I did the stream. So what is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Monday. I'm probably gonna do it again Monday tomorrow. So yeah, it's likely I'm gonna stream again tomorrow. Not Tuesday nor Wednesday. So if I don't stream tomorrow, it's gonna be Thursday the earliest. But we also have to, yeah, maybe Thursday, but we'll see. But can't promise anything. So yeah, I'm not gonna be available over the weekend. So if the worst comes to worst, then the next stream is gonna be next week. But we'll see. Maybe tomorrow or Thursday or both. But yeah. So thanks a lot for watching. Have fun and see you next time.